What's up, guys? It's me, Drew Simmons, back on Urban Cowboys, back in the saddle. My family owns the 2S Ranch. They've owned this ranch for 23 years. 9 years ago, my dad and my uncle launched this podcast called Urban Cowboys, and I'm reviving it with this series called Urban Cowboys Back in the Saddle. We sell our beef through our store called the Provision House, and today I brought the owner, my granddad, to talk on this podcast to talk about raw milk. So thank you, Granddaddy, for coming on the podcast. Why? Why raw milk?
Well, Drew, again, it's good to be back in the saddle. And here at the Provision House, in fact, we've got a new mom over there. She's picking up some raw milk. She's at the store. Honey and Patty are out at her car looking at her new baby. And this right here is the reason people want raw milk. Uh, we've always drank raw milk. It's what we've done for since beginning of time. Milk is the most probably the best thing a mammal can do for its baby. It gives it immunities. It has the enzymes in it, has everything a newborn needs for life. And so all mammals need raw milk. That's what it's all about. People now, humans are deciding that they want raw milk. They don't want pasteurized milk.
So I know a lot about raw milk. Personally, I reached out to one of our current suppliers at the Provision House, Armagh, but many people come in and say, "Wait, I've heard some of these like stories on the news. Is raw milk bad for you?"
No, Drew, not at all. Uh, again, people have drank raw milk forever. What we did is the process of milking during the 1900s, right around the turn of the century, 1900s, as it moved closer to the big cities, there was some unsanitary practices. And so since then, what they've decided is the practices of milking, cleaning the udder, the milking equipment, there's a lot of regulations in regards to keeping that clean. So you don't necessarily need to pasteurize milk anymore. Now, a lot of people think, oh, no, raw milk is dangerous. Well, it's not. It's what humans have always drank. So it's not dangerous. The process back when there was some issues there, but right now people want and are demanding raw milk.
So another kind of common customer question that I get is how long does raw milk last?
Yeah, great question. You know, I drink raw milk. It's good at least for 2 weeks. And in fact, it doesn't really go bad. It just starts going a little sour. It'll get a little tangy taste. But I've frozen raw milk and I've kept it for up to 4 to 5 weeks. So I'm big time on raw milk.
And then another customer question when they first come in the provision house is where can I buy raw milk?
Yeah. So in the state of Texas, 4 years ago, if you truly wanted raw milk, you had to physically drive out, go on location, go to the raw dairy, and you had to transact at the raw dairy. And, there's not a lot of raw dairies in the Metroplex. In fact, there's none. So you would have had to driven out maybe 50 to 100 miles to transact. A couple of years ago, they changed the law. They said you could pre-buy raw milk with your credit card, go online, pre-buy, and buy that raw milk. And then the raw milk dairy could designate a pickup location. We are the pickup location for 4, 5 different raw dairies, some of the best in the state, in fact. So people seek us out. People transact and buy to the raw dairy, then they pick their raw dairy product up here at the Provision House.
Could you list those 5 or 4 or 5 raw dairies.
Yeah, and I probably need to quantify that. I think it was four. So let's just say four. I'm just four. So we've got South Spoon Farms, great raw dairy. We've got Circle Inn, another one, great. Armagh Creamery, thanks to you. And we've got a new one, Whey Cool Creamery. And so we've got four right now that have us as the official drop off, the provision house is their official drop off location.
Could you also list some of the products that these 4 dairies have that you can come pick up at the provision house?
Yeah. So number one, they've all got the raw milk, and most of the raw milk is from Holstein and Jersey cows. They're A2 tested cows, so the protein is better in the milk. They also have a couple of them have goat milk, and 75% of the world drinks goat milk. Europeans and Americans drink a lot of cow milk, so a lot of the rest of the world drinks goat milk. We see a lot of people wanting the goat milk. Uh, the goat milk protein is shorter. It's real similar to human breast milk, so it's easier on the digestive system. So we've got those two products. We've also got a couple of the dairies that actually provide yogurt. So they will make yogurt from the raw milk from their cows. This is real popular. A lot of people want the yogurt. Uh, we also have a chocolate milk. Boy, this is real popular with the kids. So one of the dairies will, yeah, as you know, so a lot of one of the dairies will actually make chocolate milk from the raw milk, or chocolate milk from the raw milk. It's not pasteurized at all. We've got one dairy that also will slightly pasteurize and make cheese. So they will do that, and they also make an ice cream. Some of the best ice cream I've ever had. So we've got, and then one dairy makes Brie. So we've got a pretty good product line that you can go on these raw dairies and you can pick up all these products here. Now, the ice cream and the cheese, we can actually sell it since it's slightly pasteurized. The rest of the products, you have to pre-order, buy them, and just pick them up here.
Another question that people will ask, I mean, we carry beef, chicken, salmon, bison, a lot of meats. Why do we carry products such as raw milk at our store?
Yeah, because we're all in the same sector. So the people that want the raw milk usually want really good grass-fed, grass-finished beef. Most of the people in this sector are going, I want really good products. I want raw milk. I want grass-fed, grass-finished, regenerative beef. I want wild-caught fish. I want eggs, pastured chickens that lay eggs. Uh, I want regenerative uh, lamb. Everybody usually this is what they want. They want all their products lined up. They want them as clean as they can be.
I think another one to add is one of the only stores that have the products, so it is really beneficial for other um, farmers and ranchers to drop off here.
Yeah, farmers and ranchers, suppliers are now finding the provision house. We don't just let them come in the provision house. We vet them out, do a lot of research on it, and study before we say you could be in the provision house.
Another one back on what he said about vetting in, we're testing out a few vegetable suppliers, and we've said no to a couple of them, but we're testing out one in Tyler. We're gonna go out to their property, and we might have an episode to tell you how it goes. But back to the questions, what are the benefits of drinking raw milk?
Yeah, so think about it this way, Drew. Raw milk has enzymes, it's got minerals, it's got everything a human needs. It's the perfect food. And you get immunities from your mother from raw milk. So you get that when it's raw. When you pasteurize milk, you destroy everything. One of the big one is the lactoproteins. So lactoproteins or lactoferrin, you will actually destroy that protein. And then what they've done is we heat milk up, raw milk. What they did in pasteurization process, you heat the raw milk up for 15 to 20 minutes at 140, 145 degrees Fahrenheit. You kill everything in it. Then Big Pharmacy refortifies it. Well, we don't do that. We just say drink the raw milk. It's a clean process. You're getting everything you need to survive. And it is, you get immunities from it, uh, just enzymes, everything you need. The perfect food.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that. I know you touched on this a little bit earlier, but how long have humans been drinking raw milk?
Since creation. So this is the story in the Bible. It's milk is one of the perfect foods. So this is what we've always done. We've always drank raw milk. In the last 150 years, all of a sudden we've got this process of pasteurization, and again of destroying everything in the milk, and it's just not necessary.
Thank you again, Granddaddy, for coming on the podcast. We have a couple more questions. Um, so, why did the government shut down or try to shut down raw milk?
Well, it was the process of milking. It was unsanitary. As once the big cities grew big, these dairies were too close, and we just didn't have a good way to clean, or there was not a good regulation to clean the milking machines, and so the government came in and said, let's kill everything in the milk. Kill it by heating it up. And when you heat milk up to 15 to 20 minutes at 145 degrees, you kill everything in the milk. So that was the process of the pasteurization. And so now we're just walking it back. We're realizing that the milk is good. It does not need to be pasteurized. In fact, right now we've got some people, I think, picking up some raw milk at the store.
Let's go. So there's there's two different types that people usually pick up. There's the cow milk and the goat milk. And I know you drink goat milk,
I like the goat milk.
but Honey, my grandmother, drinks cow milk. So what are the differences, and which one would you prefer and say is better, and for what reasons?
Well, they're both good. The cow milk, protein in the cow milk is longer. A lot of people will have a little bit harder time processing that sometimes. Uh, it's the goat milk protein is shorter. It's more similar to the human breast milk protein. It's easier to digest. Another thing is a lot of people like the goat milk and the fact that goats eat forbs. Goats eat almost 100% forbs. So if you've got real bad allergies, a lot of people will drink goat milk, and you will get the immunities for hay fever and congestions, allergies. You'll get some immunities that may help you if you drink goat milk all the time that you not would not necessarily get from cow milk. Cows, for the most part, eat 80% grass, say 10% forbs. So that milk is a little bit different profile. So there's couple of different reasons. Like Drew said, I do prefer goat milk. Uh, it's good. It's just easier on my stomach. But I do drink the cow milk too. And when I make homemade ice cream, I usually use cow milk. And when we make butter, I usually do it out of the goat milk as well as the kefir. But I like them both.
And so, what cows and goats will these dairies use to have to make the milk?
Yeah. So most of the cow dairies that we deal with, they're using Jersey and Holstein cows. I don't. There's no Guernsey cows in there. These are dairy breeds. These are the udders are big. They produce a lot of milk each day. These dairies, they're up like at 3 a.m. Dairy people are some of the hardest working people in America. They're literally up at 2, 3 o'clock milking, and then they've got to bottle it, get it ready, and get it here in their other drop off locations. The goat milk is pretty much alpine goats. We do have another goat milk supplier now, and it's not Alpine. I'm trying to think what it is.
Nubian goats.
Nubian goats. Thank you, Drew. Uh, these are both great goat breeds. They are great milkers, uh, tasty milk. You get a lot of enzymes and minerals from both of these. Just really good breeds of cattle and goats.
All right. Thank you. So what other products from raw milk would you see today? I know we carry some. What are some other ones?
Well, we'd like to. We're working. We would like to get some butter made from raw milk. Uh, we've got a bean on one. It's just they want to do a cow share, and that doesn't really work for us. So we're trying to find one to where we can get some uh, uh, butter. I've got a lot of customers requesting that. Another one would be kefir. So we've got a lot of people that want the yogurt, but we've had some people come in here and say, "Hey, what about kefir?" So we have not done that yet. Uh, and then we do, like I said, we've got the homemade ice cream. We've got the ice cream, but again, it's slightly processed. For them to sell it, it's got to be slightly processed. But we're looking at a lot of different options here.
All right, awesome. Uh, do you know, do you have a good relationship with the owners of the dairies?
I do. I know them all personally. So just to kind of go over it all, Michelle and Tim circle in, great folks north of town. Kendra and Blake do South Spring Farms, and they're east of town. And then Ryan and Katie are in Dublin, do Armagh. These are all great folks, really good, hardworking folks. These are all family-owned raw dairies, hardworking people, and good friends of ours. So really recommend you try.
Thank you, Granddaddy, for coming on the podcast. Again, this is Urban Cowboys. We're back in the saddle. Special thanks to all of our raw dairies here at the Provision House. Thank you for your business. Thank you for all that you do and helping us push the mission of healthy food and raw milk. And if you would like your very own raw milk, go to theprovisionhouse.com, scroll all the way down. You'll see the 3 dairies. You can click on them. It'll take you straight to their website. You select the Provision House as a pickup spot and come pick it up here. And we'll see you on one of these Wednesdays on Milk Day. See you next time.